shore.
Don't you see anything?
Yes, there's nothing to see.
Right there.
Nothing there. Center.
Meg, let's gotta get out of here. Right away. Meg, let's elope. We can catch a boat to the mainland and be married this afternoon.
About the wedding.
Well, I was never for a big deal anyway. I only agreed to it because you wanted it.
Isn't it matter that I still want it?
Please, Meg, please, do this for me. Just go away with me right now.
I told you that's impossible. My mother and father to think of as well as you.
And I'll have to go by myself.
What about the wedding?
What about it, Meg?
If you go, there won't be one, that's all.
Meg.
Why do they keep on playing the same record on that thing? Why don't they at least advertise or something?
How much time we got left on these tanks? 20 minutes. We'll never make it to town by then, not by the beach. Let's cut straight through the jungle and try it. At least we'll satisfy our curiosity. I can't, Ev. If anything comes through, we've got to hear it. Harold, we gotta take these things off now.
Martin, if we do...
It doesn't matter, they're empty. To hell with it. Ev? Come on, hon.
Inside.
Who's there?
Harold, what are you doing? Harold! Harold! What is it? Martin, answer me. Martin, answer me. Martin, will you stop sniffling the flowers and answer me?
There's air, Harold.
Well, of course there's air.
No, not of course. The match wouldn't light, now it would. Something took the oxygen out of the air, and now it's back.
But why, Martin? Why now?
Green leaves. Green leaves. This stuff gives off oxygen. Woo!
What's wrong?
I'm a little dizzy. I guess there's still not much air.
Martin, what about the town? I guess we better take a walk over there and see how bad things really are.
I brought you some flowers. Is something the matter, Tom?
What makes you say that?
You sound upset. Perhaps I'd better check you another time.
Oh, no, Mrs. Ellis. No, come in and sit down. Thank you for the flowers. They're lovely. Sit down right here. Mrs. Ellis, I want to ask you something. It sounds kind of silly, but do you believe that the spirits of the dead can come back to haunt the living? Do you believe in ghosts?
What makes you ask a thing like that?
You haven't answered, Mrs. Ellis.
A real estate agent runs into many strange things in an empty house sometimes.
What kind of things?
Well, there was a family named Samuels. They lived in that last house down the beach.
It seems quiet.
Let's take it slow. If we're not careful, we could pass out again.
Okay, let's go.
They complained about an unseen dog whining and scratching at the door, but that wasn't what made them break their lease. It was the cold up in the boys' room. You could feel it in your bones. A deathly cold. The walls were always damp and stained with seawater. Whatever caused it, the thing came back every night.
Did you ever see it, Mrs. Ellis?
It's been many years since I've seen anything. Tom, what's wrong?
Why do you ask that?
You're running away from something. Well, Tom?
Oh, something I can't believe exists myself.
If it does exist, you can't solve anything by running. Then, on the other hand, if it doesn't exist, there's nothing to run from.
You're a very wise woman, Mrs. Ellis. Thanks for talking with me. Oh, and thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful. Come back soon.
Probably best if we just sleep tonight and talk about it tomorrow. Martin, there's a bedroom up the study you can use.
Oh, Mrs. Gurn.
Thank you.
Good night.
Well, hi. There's Coke in the refrigerator. Help yourself.
Okay. Mrs. Elf said you wanted to see me. What about?
No. I wondered if you'd talk to your sister Meg for me. Tell her how sorry I am.
Okay.
You tell her I behaved like a little boy, and I'm ashamed of myself.
I'll tell her. She didn't call anything off.
She didn't?
Guess she's ready to make up. Just like grown-ups. Are you all ready?
Yeah, I'm all ready.
Have you got the ring and everything? Let me see it. Wow, it's gorgeous. Meg's sure lucky. Can I try it on?
Sure.
I really want one of my own.
Well, you might be just a little bit young.
I know. Dear little Sandy, she's just a child. Well, do you know how old I am? Practically 9. Why, in China and Borneo and India and places like that, girls already have husbands at my age. I'd get married tomorrow if I could find someone like you. Can't I please try the ring?
I just put it on your finger.
What am I thinking?
The ring.
You have the ring.
Testing, 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 testing. Martin.
Yes.
Martin, meet me in the study as soon as you can. What hit you?
The end of the world, Mr. Gurn.
Now listen, Martin. I think we ought to get together and agree that we should keep that kind of talk to a minimum.
That isn't just talk.
Look, Martin, the reason why I called you up here is because I think we ought to decide just exactly what we're going to do.
Harold, there's probably enough canned food here to last years. And if we should run out, we can always hold our noses and drive back to town for more.
But I don't understand what you're going to... All right, no more questions. You know what's wrong with you?
What?
You've been working too hard, getting ready for your concert. You've had a lonely life here on the island away from all your musician friends. It's been getting you down. But I'll take care of all that once we're married.
Maybe you better tell your mother that the wedding's on again.
I never told her it was off.
You're pretty sure of yourself, aren't you?
You know, the first thing you're going to do is have a long vacation. A whole month's honeymoon in Europe.
You know how many hit records I'd have to sell to pay for that?
Dad's footing the bill. It's his wedding present to us. He wanted to tell you himself, but he won't be here till right before the wedding. And when we get back, I'm going to have a big party so I can get to know all your friends.
Big party? We'll be living in a 3-room apartment.
Mother and Daddy won't mind if we use their house in Bel Air. They say now that I'm getting married, it's too big for them anyway, so they'll be turning it over to us for good one of these days.
Are you trying to spoil me?
There's nothing I'd like better. Come on up to the house a minute. I want you to see something.
What?
My wedding gown.
Isn't that supposed to be bad luck?
You're not superstitious about things like that, are you?
No. I'm not superstitious. Hi, Miss Ellis.
Tom? Another pair. People must think newlyweds live on lettuce by candlelight. This makes 9 pairs of candlesticks and 12 salad bowls, and more coming every time the mailboat arrives. Meg got her wedding gown today, and Tom, it's simply a dream. What a bride goes through to make herself attractive for you men. It took 3 fittings to get the bodice right.